So I'm absolutely delighted to welcome Ciara Crossan to address you this afternoon.
President, staff of UCC, honoured guests and the graduates of the class of 2019, congratulations on getting to this momentous occasion. Lots of people think that leaders are only CEOs, heads of departments or managers. But if there's someone in your life who listens to what you say and you can influence them, then you are a leader. Leadership is not limited to a select few. Everyone can be a leader in their own way, and I believe that your responsibility is to be a leader from the get-go. Some of you will go into financial services, consultancy, lecturing. Some may have ideas to start your own thing, and some of you will run 100 miles away from business and law world altogether. But whatever path you take, I encourage you to recognise the opportunity you have to have your voice heard and your actions followed. The following are 5 of the lessons I've learned on my journey as that type of leader. Number 1, action beats inaction every single time. I started WeddingDates with an idea, a borrowed laptop, and a copy of the Yellow Pages. Ever the optimist, I focused on what I did have rather than what I didn't. As it happens, the list of things I didn't have far outweighed the things I did. For example, I didn't have much money, experience, an office, my own computer, employees, or an income. And most notably for an online business, I didn't even have a website. Had I waited until I had all of those things, or even some of those things, I'd still be waiting today, because action will bring what you need. Sitting around thinking about it will not. Work with what you have until you have what you want. I knew that while couples planning their wedding would use my service, they wouldn't pay for it, and my revenue would come primarily from hotels. With my target market identified, I reached out to them with lots of cold calls, set up research interviews, and started building relationships in my industry. Now, 11 years on, through constant activity, I'm one of the most well-connected people in the hospitality industry, not just here in Ireland, but in the UK too. I say this not to boast, but to bolster the point that action brings results. Inaction brings nothing. In my case, consistent activity included going to events where I knew my customers would be, engaging with them on social media, and building my industry knowledge daily. Every conversation you have will better prepare you for the next one. That's how I view the WeddingDates 11-year journey. We're always moving forward, sometimes fast, sometimes slower than I'd like, but continuously evolving and improving, and most importantly, the revenue numbers all going in the right direction. Number 2, get out of your comfort zone. A couple of years into the business, I was keen to take the next step. I needed to propel us forward, and I needed a boost. Investment, exposure, more customers, so I decided to go on the Dragon's Den. After filling out the application form and meeting with the producers, I was accepted to the show. And then the real prep began. I rehearsed over and over, saying my pitch out loud while walking on Derrynane Beach. When I got in to face the dragons, oh my God, I was nervous. As nervous as I am today. But I was really prepared, and that gave me a calm confidence that I could handle anything they threw at me. I was in the den for over an hour, 5 of them questioning me, the lights overhead, the cameras rolling. Talk about pressure. I didn't get the investment in the end, but WeddingDates received huge publicity, which gave us a massive spike in traffic to the site and grew the brand awareness for us. You can watch the clip back on YouTube if you'd like to see me squirm. Number 3, be you. In an Instagram filter-filled world, we are all craving authenticity, now more than ever. There's a saying in sales that people do business with people they know, like, and trust. But how do you build meaningful connections? By being yourself. In the early days of WeddingDates, we had absolutely no marketing budget to promote the business. I heard about this wacky event held in Finland every year called the World Wife Carrying Championships. Perfect. So I borrowed my mom's wedding dress, and I got the strongest male friend I had, decked him out in a tux, and off we flew to Finland to represent Ireland. Needless to say, we came dead last, but we did win the prize for most entertaining couple. It was incredible promotion for the business, and the following year we went back to defend our title. We documented the whole journey so our fans at home could follow us along the way. We drove in a camper van from Cork to Finland, 7 countries in 7 days, and we filmed the whole thing. Remember, this was in the days before live streaming or video on our phones. We edited and uploaded daily videos to YouTube as we travelled across Europe. The press we gained from this was phenomenal, and it led to us winning Best Online PR in the Social Media Awards 2011, beating out major brands such as Meteor and Pizza Hut. Thinking outside the box is a total cliche at this stage, but it really does go to show you that nothing is off the table. By taking a risk and doing something that others wouldn't have dreamed of, I was able to bring my personality into my brand, and fun is something we'll always be known for. Number 4, focus on the bigger picture. In business, as in life, things are rarely as good or as bad as they may initially seem. Getting some perspective on a problem is key, and it's often good to stop and think, will I still care about this in 5 years' time? In 2013, just as my business was taking off in the UK, I went into early labour on my twin boys. They were delivered in CUMH by Professor John Higgins of the Department of Medicine at 31 weeks. It was a really testing time for the business, as we were not prepared for me, the chief salesperson, to be pulled out of the company so unexpectedly. I was literally in work on the Friday, moved house on the Saturday, and had the twins on the Sunday. I'm so lucky that I've built an incredible team who rallied round, and we successfully traded through this difficult time. From a business perspective, it was almost a blessing in disguise, because being forced out of the business so suddenly, it helped me realise that the business was bigger than me, and it could survive without me so hands-on on a day-to-day basis. I actually learned the joy of delegating. I did go back to work a few weeks after the boys came out of the NEO, but only on a 4-day week, and something I've continued to this day. The phrase work-life balance gets bandied around a lot, but in this age of digital connectedness, it cannot be overstated the importance of taking time out and time for yourself. As a proud single mother, I'm trying to teach my boys the value of hard work, and also that it's important for me to have quality time for myself, and to never lose focus on what is truly the biggest picture of all, our own and our family's well-being and happiness. And number 5, be fearless. I recently listened to an audiobook by Shonda Rhimes called The Year of Yes. Basically, she challenged herself to say yes to every opportunity that scared her and previously she would have avoided. I was fascinated by the notion that so many of us shy away from things just in case. But what would you do if there were no limits? What fears are holding you back? We all need to work every single day to banish these self-limiting beliefs. Impostor syndrome affects us all. I have often been the youngest person in the boardroom, the only woman at an industry event. Even getting asked to give this speech today, my immediate thought was, why me? What qualifies me to speak to all of these graduates? But I owed it to my younger self, I owed it to my former classmates of BIS 2004, and I owed it to anybody who looks up to me to do this. Of course, you will feel daunted from time to time, but mentally you have to try and push past this. Surround yourself with others who believe in you, and don't forget to let them know when you need a boost. We all need champions in our corner, encouraging us and egging us on. Think of Katie Taylor, one of the biggest sporting heroes Ireland has ever produced. She has her trainer whispering in her ear between every round. So no matter what you are facing, remember these words my dad told me before I faced the dragons. They put their pants on one leg at a time, just like everybody else. A statement like that is a great leveler. You should speak to the guy who serves you coffee the same way as you'd speak to the president. UCC has a proud tradition of developing independent thinkers. So go forward from today, banish any self-limiting beliefs, and challenge the status quo by being yourself and becoming the leaders you have the opportunity and responsibility to be. I wish you all the very best of luck.